For this next activity, I'm going to be doing what I term the name shadow, and it's simply cutting text out of a photograph. So we're going to begin by selecting the text tool, and on some computers this will take a little time before this is activated if it's slower, so just be patient. We're going to click on here, but as soon as we choose a font, now we want to choose a relatively thick font, so I recommend choosing Impact. So if you hit the letter I, it should take you to the eyes, hopefully. Hold on. I am Impact regular. That's what we want. Okay, and then just click. Make sure your text is white or black. In this case, I like it better black. So let's make it black. Okay, and we just click. And I'll type in my first name, which is Peter. And what I like to do is just click the Move tool again. And then you can do, actually I'll use the menus just because it shows up nicer in ScreenFlow. We're going to go to Free Transform, which is Command T if you just want to use the shortcut keys. And we're just going to stretch my name out here. And we're just going to cover the Canadian flag with my name. Okay, as best we can. And I recommend you just stay, especially on the edges, just stay in the red. Don't go into this white on this side here with the letter. So just go right to the edge of the red. And the same thing here. Just to the edge, don't go on the blue. And then double click when you're set. Now, what we need is just the selection. So we're going to choose the Magic Wand tool, which is here. And make sure contiguous is off. That way it'll select all the letters. And we're on the text layer right now. If we click one of the letters, we select all of the letters. Now, we just want the selection. We actually don't want the text. So if we drag the text layer off, we're left with a selection of my name on the background layer. And now all we have to do is just edit copy, edit paste. And if you look over here, we've got a layer that if I remove the background layer, is just my name cut out in text. There we go. Now I'm going to create another layer that I'm going to fill with white. Okay, so I'll just flip this and get the paint bucket tool and just click. Now it's like a white sheet of paper, and I'm just going to put this white sheet of paper behind my cutout. And now I have my text. Now, in order to make this stand out, I'm going to select this layer, and I'm going to use some layer styling on it. So if I go to Layer Style and Drop Shadow. Now, I like it at a perfect lower right 45, so that's 135 degrees. It'll be perfect. And if I move this out of the way, and I increase the distance, there we go. I get a bit of a shadow, give a bit of a three-dimensional look. Now to make it really three-dimensional, I'm going to blur the edge of this shadow just a touch to make it look a little bit more three-dimensional. You can see there. And I'm going to add a bezel. So this is going to bevel the edge here. So if I increase the size of that bezel, you can increase it quite a bit and make it round, but that looks kind of funny. So I'm just going to make it just enough so you can notice it. There we go. And click OK. And so there we go. We've cut out our name in text. The last thing I'd like you to do is just fix the edges around it by cropping. Now, my general rule whenever I'm cropping is I want each of the sides to be equal. So visually, I'm just going to make it fairly equal. That's about even there. And you want this distance to be the same on the bottom. So I'm going to bring it up. And this is just a visual reckoning here. And then on the top, you bring it down to just about the same and just a touch bigger. Okay, and that's a good cropping. Okay, so even around the bottom, slightly bigger on top. Okay, and that's our name shadow.